Hey, Canucks fans, welcome to to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and I'm so glad you're here because tonight we're talking about the Canucks strategy. Yes, the run it back strat. Will it work in Vancouver? We're going to be talking about the pros and cons to this strategy that the Vancouver Canucks management has given. Listen, it might work. It might also be catastrophic, a catastrophic failure. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the lines. We're going to talk about what the options are. We're going to talk about possible trades, free agents, just what this team looks like. You will want to watch this video. I'm going to hit the promo, and then we're going to dive right into it. Let's go. Hey everyone, thank you for being here and coming to this channel to get Canucks content. I'm trying my best to make passionate, realistic, and honest Canucks content. If you like that kind of content, hit the like and subscribe. Okay, let's dive into this conversation. Let's talk about the running it back strat, okay? Some of my friends are like, what's strat? It's like, what's what the kids say for strategy, man? It's like, you know what? We got to get in with the times, with the people, with the kids lingo, the teenagers lingo, the young adults lingo, you know, like the Riz and all that stuff. I don't know. Yeah, the strategy. What is this strategy? Like, do you agree with this strategy or you disagree with it? And is this going to work? So that's the big question that you can post in the comments right now, whether you're watching this live or and you're in the live chat or you're watching this later. Please post it in the comments. Can the Canucks run it back strategy work to make the playoffs this year? That's what we're answering right now, because we know this management group did not sign up to start a rebuild. We know that. That is just that's just common knowledge. There's no, like, Rutherford at his age isn't sitting there going, hey, I've got nothing else to do. Let's just blow up the Canucks and let's just do a full rebuild that might take 10 or 6, 8, 10, 12 years. He doesn't have that time, everyone. He wants to retire and enjoy his life. And this is part of his retirement, I guess. He's getting paid, but like he's not a spring chicken, right? Alvin didn't show up here to say, I want to rebuild this team. So they are literally trying to retool, no matter what you believe or think or say, no, that's just not true. That they're totally trying to rebuild this. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're trying to make the playoffs this year, just like they tried to make it last year, and they tried to make it the year before. Okay? They did make it the year before, that is. And then last year, they failed miserably. And then if you think about it, the goal is this year, this season, the Vancouver Canucks are going to want to make the playoffs, and people are thinking that we are totally out to lunch to believe that we even have a shot. The negativity, the craziness, the everything, the naysayers are out there. Canucks fans are divided. Well, I wouldn't even say divided. A lot of them are frustrated, and you might be one of them. And there's nothing wrong. You can have your opinion on whatever you want there. No problem at all. No problem at all. Okay? But here's the thing. The Canucks management is trying to win it. Now, I think what happened at the free agency was not plan A, was not plan B. I think we're on plan D or E. I don't know. Maybe we're on plan F. I have no idea. But it does not sound like the Canucks haven't tried. What it does sound like, though, is that the Canucks haven't succeeded in what they were trying to do. So you look at how this is all shaken down, and it is what it is. There's nothing. You can't change the past. You can only change the present. If you can change the present, you can change the future. So that's what the Canucks can't change the past. They tried to get this guy. They tried to get Rossi. Maybe they still can. They tried to They wanted to get Matt Duchene. He extended in Dallas. They were moving on from Brock Besser and then moved back to him. Here's the craziest rumors that I just heard. And I don't know, maybe they're reports or rumors, but the rumor has it, and I think it was Dollywall that said it actually, if memory serves me correctly, is that the Canucks were actually targeting Dvorak. Are you kidding me? And because they didn't land Dvorak, they ended up circling back to Brock Besser and saying, let's go get Brock. Like, if they knew this was going to happen, would they still went and got Evander Kane if they knew Brock Besser was going to be in the roster? That $5 million could probably do a good job trying to get a centerman. Listen, I wanted Granlund. You know what I was saying? Once everyone was flying off board, re-signing, extending with their teams, Bennett, Duchene, Brock Nelson, Tavares, all those guys are going off the free agency board. I'm sitting there going, Granlund's probably the only guy. And then Granlund goes and signs for $7 million. Are you kidding? These prices are astronomical. Dvorak, who scored 11 goals, who apparently the Canucks were very interested in, had 11 goals, got $5 million for this season. Aren't you glad that it fell through? Dvorak for $5 million? Oh. So this is what we did do. This was the run it back strategy, everyone. Garland gets $6 million times 6 years. Demko, $8.5 million times 3 years. And Brock Besser, which I'm still literally in shock over, gets $7.25 million times 7 years. This is we're running it back. We're running it back. We're bringing the boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. And then I made a Brock video. I think I made a Brock video. Yes. No, I haven't used that. I want to do the welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. The old school one, right? So this is what they're doing. And everyone's saying, you can't do this strategy. This is craziness. This is craziness. And maybe, are the Canucks criticisms valid? The things that they're saying is like if we go back to it and go, okay, you signed Garland. Some people, even Canucks fans, are saying he's an elite third line winger. He's not a second line winger guy. And I'm like, I would like to argue that. So yeah, he's a 50-point guy. Ever since he's been in Vancouver, he's had 46 to 52 points every year. He's a 50-point average guy. Okay, that's where he's at. I think that's second line numbers, isn't it? Now, obviously, you want the 60 and the 70-point guys, but show me how many second line right wingers get more than 60 points. It is slim pickings, everyone. It is slim pickings. That's what Garland is, and so people are like, he's an elite third line winger, but he's not a second liner. Well, on this team, he is. He's a second liner, and he was incredible. His grit, his effort, his talent, he was a fan favorite this year. We loved watching him play. And as much as you say, well, I don't like that money in that term, it's like, okay, that's totally fine. You don't have to like it, but at least you're not paying him. Think about the guy's got $6 million times 6 years and just were terrible. You know what you're getting with Garland. He's not going to have, barring injury, he's not going to have a horrific year. He's going to be in that range, okay? So Tyler Myers gets $6 million times 6 years. 4.5 of those years, he was terrible for this team. 1.5, he was good, and then he got an extension. It's crazy. You got that, and then you got Louis Eriksson, 6 times 6, horrific. Scored 30 goals with Boston, ends up scoring 11 with Vancouver the next year. 11. Pettersson signs $11.6 million contract. We know He only had 45 points last year. You're not going to get that with Garland. You know what you're going to get. I like that. I don't mind paying a little extra to know what I'm going to get. It's just like when you go to a restaurant. I'd rather pay a little bit extra to know that I'm going to get some really good food. Because how many times have you been to a restaurant and you paid good money or decent money and you get your meal and it's like, it wasn't that good, or it wasn't enough portions. And you're like, you feel ripped off. I don't think you're going to feel ripped off with Garland. Okay. Now the Demko criticism is valid. Okay. Now they're saying it's way too much money. 8.5 million. It puts him at top 5 goalie numbers right now. I know, because when he's healthy, he's elite. The problem is he's not healthy. And this is where the Canuck criticisms are absolutely valid. He hasn't been healthy. People say Demko's injury prone. You can say that about him because he has been. Will he play? This is either a great contract or a terrible contract. And we're about to find out. People are saying the Vancouver Canucks are paying way too much money for their goaltending situation. Demko, 8.5. And then you got Lankinen. I believe he makes 4.5. I got that correctly to make sure I got that correctly. Yes, he does. Demko's on a no movement clause. Lankinen, that starts next year, not this year. This year he's good. And then Lankinen's on a $4.5 million clause. Or sorry, 4.5 no movement clause. And it's this year and next year. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Okay. I get it. The criticisms are valid. Now, the last criticism, okay? The last criticism is this. Is Brock Besser apparently wanted $8 million times 7 years. And the Vancouver Canucks said, no, thanks. We'll do $8 million a year times 5 years. And he said, no. They landed on $7.25 million times 7 years. And here's the criticism that is very valid, okay? Why did the Canucks go with those last 2 years? Because they knew they wouldn't have got him if they didn't do it. Well, we did. They knew. They had to do it. And then are the Canucks better with Besser or worse? I'd say they're better. But those last 2 years could be bad. That's why I think some of the Canuck criticisms are valid. People, you know what I've been saying. I think this team's going to make the playoffs. I don't think this team right now is done doing what it needs to do. I have this weird feeling. Looking at this roster that we could make the playoffs with this team. Okay? Because, has the Canucks negativity gone too far? As Canuck fans, most Canuck fans are very happy to bring these 3 guys back. And the criticism has, you guys just love your players too much. You got your head in the sand. And this team's terrible. It's awful. It's never going to be successful. And people are sitting there going, look you guys think that you can run it back with this team and make the playoffs? You are out to lunch. You're just like Leaf fans that keep thinking, just keep the core together. And then we're gonna do it 1 year. We're gonna do it 1 year. Guess what? Not only the Leafs keep it together and keep the core together and run it back, STRAT. Now they've made changes. They've lost Marner. And what's the plan? Is it just waving the white flag? Woo-hoo-hoo! Florida Panthers going to win next year anyways. Spin a slice. We're going to wait. We're going to create cap space because the dream of McDavid coming to Leaf Nation and leading us to the promised land. I mean, that's a far-fetched dream, everyone. I was like, man, I just ticked off a lot of Leaf fans. I mean, if it happens, it'll be amazing for them. But I don't know. I wouldn't be banking on that. A lot of teams didn't spend right now. A lot of teams didn't. You want to make it critical for the Vancouver Canucks? Calgary Flames didn't do anything. Hurricanes didn't do anything. Washington Capitals, did they do much? There's nothing really going on for some of these teams. And you're like, well, at least they made the playoffs and, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah. It's like LA got better and Montreal got better. And I think Edmonton got worse, but I mean, they're still going to be good. Still going to be good. I don't know how good is Marner going to be in Vegas. Probably, I think he's going to help him a lot. Dallas is still going to be good. Winnipeg's still going to be good. Minus Oilers. How is he not signed somewhere, right? But has the Canucks negativity gone too far? I think it has. I think it's gone too far. And I'll tell you why. Because I believe that this Canucks team is a lot better than you all think. And I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you the pros and the cons to the run it back strat. Okay, let's go to the pros to the run it back strat. Okay, so we know the negatives. Actually, maybe we should start with the cons because it's way more interesting. Okay, let's do that. The cons to the run it back strategy. Okay, running it back and didn't make the playoffs. Okay, these guys can't stay healthy. You got Brock Besser, who had 140 goal season. Now you just paid him good money. It gave him a raise, and he's never before that had more than 29 goals. It's always been under 30. He hasn't been able to stay healthy. Pedersen, who knows? He better bounce back. We let him go through the July 1st deadline. He's in the no movement clause phase. Just want to make sure that I'm saying that right. Yeah, no movement clause cannot be traded, sent to minors, or waived without the player's approval. Okay, so he's in full control. So the negatives, like we're running the cons to this running back strategy is this team is not good enough to make the playoffs, to be a contention. A lot of people say this is actually rebuilding strategy, what they're doing. I think they've tried, they just can't. People are saying nobody wants to come to Vancouver. Well, listen. Demko, Garland, Besser, all American players want to stay in Vancouver. What does that say? Evander Kane wanted to come to Vancouver. He was going to leave Edmonton. He wanted to think about that for a second. Guys, girls, think about that. We're going to move you, Evander. Where do you want to go? I want to go to Vancouver. Really? Thought nobody wanted to go there. So the cons is, can this team even stay healthy? Can Demko stay healthy? Can Besser stay healthy? Can Quinn Hughes stay healthy? Can they find chemistry? Can Hedl? Listen, that's even the bigger one. Can Hedl and Demko, can they stay healthy? Because if they can't, this thing's falling apart, right? Can they make a move and help this team? Okay. There's a lot of cons. Can Pedersen bounce back? Can Evander Kane have a great season here and not implode? Can he not take dumb penalties? The cons to this run it back strategy plus Kane got a lot of holes, a lot of ifs, I'm not sure if this is going to work, right? So we're talking about the cons. Maybe this team's just not fast enough, not good enough, maybe it doesn't, or we can put on our positivity caps, okay? And the pros to the run it back strat. This strategy, listen, number one, Rutherford said, if everything goes our way, we're going to make the playoffs. We're going to make some noise, okay? Literally everything went our way. We didn't get injured. We had Miller, who had 103 points. We had him on fire. We had Pedersen. He was playing fine. He had 89 points that year. And he played great until the All-Star game. We had all these All-Stars who went to the game. We went and got Lindholm and Zadorov, and we were all in. And that was the incredible thing. And then this year, everyone wants to talk about the rift. But you know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about the injuries. No word of a lie. Brother said, if everything goes our way, we're going to make the playoffs. Everything went our way. We made the playoffs. This season, everything went Opposite. Did not go our way. We didn't make the playoffs. So don't you feel like we're on that edge? It's like, if everything goes our way, we're gonna make it. We could even make some noise in the playoffs. If you have just the fact that we have a healthy Demko, that's why would you sign Demko for $8.5 million if you didn't believe that he was healthy? Because they're crazy? Guys, these guys have won Stanley Cups in their profession. Adam Foote is a Stanley Cup champion. He knows what it takes to win. Am I saying we're going to win the Stanley Cup this year? No. But the pros are, like, these guys know what they're doing. Now, obviously, they're trying to make moves, can't make all the ones they want to make. They're going to work on the fly to try to make this team work. So think about that before we dive into, like, oh, doom and gloom, oh, the Canucks suck. Then people are like, the Canucks have the worst fan base ever and blah, blah, blah. No, they don't. Every fan base is toxic people and negative people, but there's pros to running this team back. They know each other. They love each other. Listen, Garland said that he was texting Brock saying, come back to Vancouver, come back to Vancouver. He said he was texting him and calling him more than he was calling his own wife. The pros to running this back is that we actually weren't too far off last year for making the playoffs as it was, with all the rift and all the drama and all the injuries. The pro to running it back is like, let's get some health and see what we can do. Okay? That's some pros there. I know the big criticism is the second line center. You know, can Hedl do it? Okay, so are we going to trade for a second line center? The story's not written yet, everyone. We got months before. Listen, we are about to get the most boring part of hockey, August. All the media people go on holidays. Everyone's done. They're not interested anymore, and that's where we're at. That's what happens. And then September, all the Young Stars Classic happens, training camp, all the different things are happening. Right now, we just drafted. We signed some guys, re-signed, extended some guys. We might even sign another guy too. Might make a trade. This isn't over yet. But even if they go to there, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, because maybe that's the answer. Because we lost on Suter, went and signed with St. Louis. Apparently, we offered him more money. Okay, look at this. Look at this. These are the Canuck forwards right now. This is what it looks like. Okay, this is what it looks like. So, actually, can I just do this instead? No, I wonder if I can do that. I don't know how to do this. Okay, so I don't know how the lines are going to. This is just something I have right now. It could be different than this, but does this look like a team that could do it? So you got Vander Kane on the left with Pettersson and Brock Besser. Okay. You got DeBrusk in the second line with Hedl. Think about it. It might be a healthy Hedl and Garland. You got Joshua, Bluger, Sherwood. That's a pretty solid third line. You got Drew O'Connor, Ratu, Höglander, and the extras are Carlson, Leckermacky, and Sasson. Tell me what you think about this in the comments, everyone. Tell me what you think. Like, a lot of you are like, no, that's not good enough. I mean, maybe it might be. It might be good enough. So let's just see. Okay. And then look at the defense. Now, okay, before I do this, just remember that this defensive unit was not together for the full year last year. Once the JT Miller trade happened, and then they took that first round pick and went and got Marcus Pettersson. So now you added Mancini, you added Marcus Pettersson, and you made EP25 D. Petey. Elias Pettersson is a regular now. Look at how good this defensive core. This is, oops, not this one. This is the strength of our team. Okay. Hughes, Hronek, might be Hughes, Myers. I'm not sure. It might be Hughes, Mancini, whatever. Pedersen, Myers, EP4, EP25, and Mancini. That's our top three lines right there. Our pairings, top three pairings. And our extras are Forbert, Vilander, and the newest Canuck that we just got, which I just think is a throw in here. Olivier Joseph. Okay. POJ. But let me just do a little rant about Pierre-Olivier Joseph. I'm happy we got him. I'm surprised. I think we have guys in the AHL that can do just as good a job, but he's only making $775,000. You know what? Who he's the replacement of? Noah Juleson. So many people are like, Trevor, you're such a Noah Juleson fan. Listen, Noah Juleson was fantastic for us, everyone. And you're like, no, he wasn't. Well, for a 6th overall, I'm just going to bring up some stats. Okay. I know that he struggled. He is a guy that gave us a ton of, should I bring this up just so you said, I don't want to go too much on this Noah Juleson rant, but this is, Joseph is the Noah Juleson guy that he's going to replace. Okay. So he played 35 games for us this year. That's a lot. We had a lot of injuries. He played 35 games. The year before that, he played 54 games, everyone. Like, he helped us in our time of need. That is exactly what happened there. Okay? Now, let's bring this over here. I want to show you right now. Okay? Pierre. Okay, let's just do Joseph. Okay, might be that's why I'll be able to get to him. Pierre Olivier Joseph. Okay, let's go to his stats. Okay, he's played 24 games, 23 games. It was St. Louis and Pittsburgh. Everyone. No, he played. Oh no, he played a whole bunch there. So Pittsburgh and with them. So like, I don't know. Was he better than Juleson? I don't think so. Okay, here's the thing. People say Juleson was terrible because he scored 1 goal in his whatever. It's like, he's not there to score goals. He's there to hit, to prevent goals. That's what he's trying to do. Try not to take penalties. And these other guys are flying around. You think Joseph? I mean, I don't know. So basically what we did was, like, we would have paid Juleson $775,000. That's the other thing. We only paid the guy $700,000. It's the league minimum, the lowest you can get, and you're still mad that he's playing 6 D-man minutes, 3rd pairing minutes. What do you think Joseph's gonna do? You think he's gonna be like God's gift to hockey? No, he's a fill-in in case someone gets hurt. I went on a way too long of a rant on that. Okay, let's look at this. So Forbert, Vilander, if Vilander plays, he might just play in the AHL this year, guys. That's where he's going to start. Like that's a pretty good. And then Lankinen, Demko, that combo is going to be good. I think so. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Okay. Big news in Vancouver the last day or so is that the Canucks are going to trade for a second-line center, and they have no cap space anymore. And what they're going to do is they're going to trade Bluger and Joshua and somehow land themselves enough cap space to get a second-line center. And whether they trade for one or get one from free agency. Has Roslovic been signed yet? There's a guy. I'm not a huge fan. Just saying. Not a huge fan. But I know a lot of Canuck fans would say, like, well, it's better than what we got. Like, he can't trust Hedl. Okay. Well, let's go to Roslovic's stuff. Okay. Is it Jack Roslovic? Is that who it is? Let's just make sure Ross. Yeah, it's Jack Ross. Okay. So he is first pick, 25 overall, 2015. He's 6'1", almost 200 pounds. How many years in the NHL has he played? He's played 9 seasons. Okay. Started Winnipeg, went with Columbus for a number of years. The most points he's ever put up is 45. This is why I'm not a big fan of this guy. Doesn't score a lot of goals. What's his face-off percentages here? Face-off wins. What's percentage? Under 50%. Last year in Carolina, 54%. Okay, let's just use the Carolina stats. Okay, everyone? 81 games, 22 goals, 17 assists, 39, and he won 192 faceoffs. Is that? I mean, we're at slim pickings now. Are we trading? Are we getting them? What are we doing with this? What are we doing with this, everyone? Huh? What are we doing with this? Are we moving Joshua and Bluger to go get Roslovic? Yeah, I think that's possible. It's possible. Again, the story's not written. So the Canucks are running it back. They got the running back strat, running it back strat. Okay. I'm really interested in connecting with you guys about what you think. I'm going to go into the comments now. Here, the other thing is, last thing. I've got some big news that I'm going to save to the very end of this video. Big news, and so you don't want to miss it. And maybe you've already seen the videos that I've just posted, but we're going to go all the way up to the top, and I'm just going to start going. I have over 100 comments here. Thank you so much for being here. We're almost at 200 people watching this live stream on a Wednesday night, and we're going to do it. So I know that the strategy is keep Quinn Hughes happy, make the playoffs, become a contender, right? Like those, I don't even know what in order we're going to do that in, but we need to do all 3 of those. Okay. East Vanux is saying if Hughes gets hurt, it won't work, period. Yep. Got to keep the captain healthy. Exactly. Part of the reason they brought in Evander Kane. Michael says, big shout out to the Canucks goaltending legend Spencer Martin and his new 2-year contract with Moscow for less than NHL league minimum. Okay, big shout out. Okay, that's awesome. Elfrin says this season will be successful only if everything goes right. That's possible. Major says strat is strat, bro. Yep. Michael says Canucks strat is farming Swedes. Well, we had a chance to get Eklund. We didn't do that. We went and got Coots. So in the draft, so I don't know, this Canadian boy. Rebuilding looks like every year, every core player traded for picks. Yeah, I agree. Minor, thanks for on Plan G. There has to be a few trades in the works right now. I agree. Looks like Joshua's next to go. Hope we get something good for him. Yeah, he's replaceable, everyone. At this stage, he just is. I know that my friend Jacob Doodle is he's sitting there and he's like, we can't let him go. I know my friend Monty's a huge Joshua fan. But yeah, hope we get something good for him. I agree. If we end up trading him. Jim Rutherford is the king of, you really didn't have to say that, but you did. I love his interviews. I want more of Jim Rutherford. I love his honesty and his transparency. Absolutely. It's a retool. Japan Force says they clearly didn't try hard enough. I mean, that's fair. Is it true? Not sure. Dvorak from the Habs. He's horrible. I that's what I'm saying, Kelly. That's who we were targeting. That's all the reports today. It's crazy. Suter went for a very reasonable contract. Hard to believe we couldn't somehow make that work. Apparently, Vancouver offered him more, and he thought he was going to get more on the free agency. Didn't end up doing it. Signed for less. So, P.S. Suter, good player, should have kept him. A lot of people were complaining about keeping him. You can't have the run it back strat. It's the guy. So you got rid of Suter and he got Evander Kane. Was that good strategy? I think so. The only thing is that if we trade Bluger and now Suter's gone, And Joshua's gone. Where's our PK guys come from, guys? PK improved this year. That's something we got to think about. Yeah, but Besser is better, but really need 2 more players. We still might get him. Yeah, it's a joke contract chemo for Dvorak for sure. Yeah, I think Suter's good. Dvorak might get 15 next year, though. 15 million? 15 goals. 15 goals, big deal. I believe they looked at what was out there and how do you replace Brock's goal scoring ability. It's hard. It's hard for sure. Michael's, but here's the thing: Brock doesn't drive the line. He's a complementary player, not a. He needs someone. He played awesome with JT Miller, but he's gone. So Michael says the Canucks are so slow now. They should hire Charlotte's ice making team so the other team can skate so fast at Rogers Arena. Oh, you mean the Charlotte Checkers? Oh, that's awesome. Hedl will stay healthy. Demko will stay healthy. Petey will bounce back. Hughes will resign. That's my feels right now. That's what this run it back strat is. That's the belief right there. What you said in a nutshell. And one comment, Hands nailed it. Good job. Garland is good for 20. He could get 25 if he has the minutes. I mean, he played a lot of minutes last year. Yeah, absolutely. Jack says Garland is second line. No point in paying $6 million for a third liner. Maybe on Florida, he's a third line, but everywhere else, he's second. I agree. Yeah, I think he's a second line player at this stage in his career, Jack. Burns signed with the Avs. Wow, I know, Kelly, that's crazy. Think about this for a moment, okay? What is he, 40 years old? That's crazy. The Burns signing makes more sense when you remember he's back with his former Hurricanes buddies, okay? Jack, yes, it depends on who else comes. Apparently, the plan is to have EP, Forte, and Hedl as our number 1, number 2 centers and have the absurd players fill in the holes that needed. Maybe that's good strategy. I don't know. We'll find out. Canucks era says forwards can forward now. The defense and goaltending should be good. Yep. If Garland gets 60 points, I'm cool with that. Me too. Well, I think an additional player would be a center, if anything. So I doubt pushing him down. Okay. Michael says last season was a confluence of so much bad luck with injuries. Surely next season will be better. Knock on wood. Hey, Lucas, good to see you. Thank you for your 17th month membership. You are amazing, man. Appreciate the support and the care. By the way, guys, Lucas has tons of great news coming out. Man, it's exciting what he's been able to do. He's making a dent in the hockey community. I love what he's doing. So well done, Lucas. Excited about your success and how you're doing well with the teams, man. Appreciate you. But yeah, you're right. This offseason is going to be fun. I would have given Demko 3 times 6.7 instead of 8.5. Yeah, maybe he didn't want that though. I mean, healthy Demko, 8.5 is a smoking deal. Vezina trophy winner. No, sorry. Vezina candidate. I'm foreshadowing. What if he wins the Vezina? Yeah, the Abbey guys can relax a little and get some fourth line points for sure. Sounds pretty hypocritical to trash talk what we paid Demko too much money because he's injury prone. Then also critical of signing Lankinen because they think it's too much money in the goalies. Yeah, that's fair. Major says that would be great if you can get Demko for a $2 million discount. Yeah, there's lots of hypocrisies for sure. Life is hypocrisy. Chris, didn't Petey and Brock have chemistry before JT Miller came down? I mean, it was a while ago. But they need to find chemistry again. Absolutely. Simon, for the rest of free agents, in your opinion, that are out there. Yeah, I think, well, obviously I want Ehlers, but we can't afford him. But Rosh Losovic might be okay. I don't know. I don't think there's any free agents that we're going to get at this point. I think we're going to trade if we do anything. Leaf fans are going on about the core 4, and then Marner leaves. Now they're doing everything but burning him. And yeah, it's the negativity on Mitch Marner, in my opinion, has gone way too nuclear. They have blamed him for everything for so long. That team has not been great. And the reason why they're not great is not because of Mitch Martin. The Vegas Golden Knights are literally rolling out the red carpet for this guy. They are thrilled. $12 million. He gets a raise times 8 years, guys. Han says fans acting like they know better about Demko's body than Vancouver medical staff. I know. But they also said he was healthy and they got injured again. So I guess I get what's saying. Yeah, that's a good point, Michael. What about Tanner Pearson's hand? But Leafs aren't better without Marner as it is today. I agree with that statement, but I don't know what the Leafs are doing. Most of the Demko stuff isn't even Canuck fans. It's national fans. By the way, actually, Jack, I find that Canuck fans are really negative about our team. Nationally, people are like getting Brock Besser back. Awesome. Making sure, like, if you have a healthy Demko, that's awesome. Garland for that. Solid. Like, nationally, we're actually getting a lot of good press. Yeah, so your main concern last year was defense. So they are better now, and it's going to be interesting. And national media, Vancouver media are pretty chill, but it's the national guys. I think the Vancouver media is pretty chill. The Canucks fans that are pretty upset. But the national guys like Kiprios or Saravellis that stir the pot all the time, and that's fine. That's part of their job. The controversy gets clicks, guys. So that's what happens with these kind of guys. And I actually like to hear their different perspectives. I don't want to hear the same perspective. I want to hear, what do you think? Like, oh, you think it's bad? I want to hear it. Tanner Pearson is a third line grinder. Demko is a Vezina starter caliber. Yeah. Oh, I mean, we're talking about the medical staff, Jack. We need to be a little more negative until management knows that we know. Okay. Accidentally pressed the enter and lost my chance. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I've done it before too. Elfrin says teams who win the Stanley Cup do not have many what ifs. We have a lot of them. You're right. We know the goal is to win Stanley Cup, but we are not winning Stanley Cup this year. The goal is to make the playoffs and then see what we can do. Yeah, those are all big questions there. Yeah. Angela, missed the playoffs again. My prediction was spot on this year. What do you mean miss the playoffs again? The year before that, we didn't miss the playoffs. You can't say again. Every team but Florida has ifs. That's a great point. What if Bobrovsky gets injured? Great point. Steel Dog's in the building. Hey, just finished watching Faber and Besser interview. Excited for this year? Yeah. Yeah, it's good to see him, man. If they let the forwards shoot at will instead of passing around so defensive to shoot, could be a good year. Yeah, that's a good point. Have the newest seats. Oh, yeah, the new seats in the stadium, they look cool. Nobody wanted to pay Besser 8, so he came back. It's possible. Apparently, there was 5 teams interested in him. Heedle's the next Barchi 2.0. Okay, maybe. They also have Lankinen to rotate Demko so he isn't overplayed, but people say it's too much money in the goalies. Yeah, the same people complain Demko is too much. Yeah. Which one? I know. I don't want to. Jay says 210 man games played by Carson Soucy, Derek Forbert, and Eric Brandstrom, Vincent Desharnais, and Noah Juleson. I know. Our defense is better. Tell me where this is worse than last year. I don't think we're worse. The question is, are we better? I don't think we're worse. But by the way, someone came into my comments on TikTok. By the way, yeah, guys, I'm on TikTok now. Kempner Canucks, TikTok. If you're on TikTok, follow me, please. I'm trying to build that brand as well on my brand on there. I've got some really great footage on there. I've posted so many videos. It's crazy. In 2 days, it's been nuts. I went and said, I don't think the Canucks are worse. Did they get better? They might have got better. And someone ripped in and says, how are the Canucks better? It's like, well, they might have gotten better. Obviously, it's like missing JT. I think that hurts, but it is what it is. I think the Canucks will be a solid team next year. The fan base is negative for good reason, though. Yep. If DeBrusk was not so streaky, that's Steel Dog. That is his career. He's a streaky player. Kelly, trade Bluger and Joshua for a second-line center. That's hard. Who are you going to get for those guys? With that graphic, do you think about, in your opinion, I'm going to put it in your section. What do you mean in your selection? What graphic? Patty's going to bounce back, or Petey? Petey's going to bounce back. Okay. I don't know, but I like the second and third lines better than the first. Well, that's fair. Han says offense is fun to watch. Defense wins playoff games. And also, Hedl, I haven't talked about how Hedl healthy is very quick. I think we'll be pleasantly surprised on some of the stuff he'll be able to do. Angela does not like the lineups at all. Major says that DeBrusk is streaky, then just get two of them, so one of them is scoring at all times. The D is really good. Mancini will be the extra. Forbert should be in there too. Should be in there before him. That's possible. Yeah. Jessica says, just found your show and I'm loving it. Thank you, Jessica. That means a lot to me. Yeah. So definitely come check it out on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook as well. I'm all over the place. Obviously YouTube, X. I'm on there. Mr. November, if you want to crap all over, well, good for you. I'll tell you one person that will make this team so much better. I dare you to ask. I don't know. Okay, who's going to make this team so much better? Tell me. Yeah, so good to have you, Jessica. Yeah, I'm a diehard Canuck fan, but Mr. November, I'm looking for you. NC Juleson was a bum. He took terrible chances and lost. I don't think so. I don't think he's a seventh defenseman on every team. We had injuries and he played. That's what happened. I don't like. There's nothing more that I like. I do not think he's like Hronek or Quinn Hughes or Makar or name whoever. He's not that. He's a seventh D-man. He's a depth defenseman. Like, for his role, he was good. Was he plan A? No, he wasn't. He was plan B. Actually, plan A would be Hughes, Hronek, plan B. So, okay, so he's plan E, guys. He's plan E. The forwards the forwards too small, need grit. So that's why I went and got Kane. Defense is okay. Make sure you sub and join the troll box. Yeah, come join. Juleson must have had tunnel vision or something, saw the potential hit and charging at well, yep. Can't agree more. Always liked what Josh Juleson brought. I get that he struggled at times, but he was all heart and a local guy, so I cheered for him too. And I liked his energy. Juleson has tendencies to be distract and destroy players at the wrong time. We get scored on, right? Yes, you're right. Richard says, why don't they bring players up from Abbey to fill the holes and get Philip Di Giuseppe? But no, I'm not joking. I mean, not just temporary, but full-time. Yeah, I think that's the plan. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to trade them away. If we trade Joshua and Bluger away, I'm telling you, they're filling them with Abbey guys. The fact that this chat moves so slow, you still have time to ignore is amazing. Okay, well, I'm glad you're amazed. White Owl says this team is still 50-50 at making the playoffs. Even if they do make into the playoffs, not going to go far with EP4. That's fine. It's fine. I want them to make the playoffs. See what they can do. He takes comments after the rant. Oh, yeah, I do. Sorry. Yeah, he might be new here. Right? Yeah, Mr. November. Oh, no, I've seen you here before. But Robert Harley says Noah was a pylon. Okay. What were you expecting from him? He's a depth defenseman who had to play because of injuries. Yes, he's a bust. He's a former first-round pick, but I liked his effort. So Nucks will be worse next year, guaranteed. Okay, NC, you might be right. I think we're going to make playoffs. Michael says the main problem is that overall the Canucks should have a better season than last season, but the rest of the West beefed up as well. So it's going to be a struggle. Yep, I agree. It's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy. Pylons are an improvement for this team. That's a great one. Horvat, Miller, Suter, gone, replaced with Ratu and Hedel. I don't mind Ratu. J10 says, think that they'll play a young guy with Myers and a young guy with Marcus Pettersson. That's great. Send me a PM and we can chat. We can talk live. Okay. Are you an idiot? There's no second line centers and fleet agency. I'm not an idiot. And I think the negativity's gone too far. It's just what I see. And you know what, Robert? You're allowed in this channel to have a different opinion than me. If you think this Canucks team is terrible, you're welcome to have that. You're absolutely welcome to have that opinion. Totally fine. But I'm not calling you an idiot for your views. Just so you know. I hope that they can use Demko as a backup until playoffs, then switch to a starter. Roslovich is still unsigned. Yep. JL, the only weak link is second line center. We're waiting for the best deal like Eichel to Vegas. Yeah, that would be great. I disagree, Michael. Only team I can for sure say got better in the division is Anaheim. I think LA got better. I thought LA got better. Calgary didn't. I don't think Edmonton got better. Yeah. Vegas, I think they got better. How do they expect to trade those guys? Yeah, I don't know. I'm believing they're gonna do something there. They should. White Owl says they should have traded AP40 for JJ Peterka or Rossi. Yeah, I think we could get way more than that. Well, Peterka is not a center, so that doesn't help us. Rossi, they were hoping to have Pettersson and Rossi as the centers. Fans grieving Miller, still not ready to be excited yet. Yeah, I understand that. I'm still. You know nothing about this? Okay, that's wonderful. That's great. Way off mark. What is this? Kelly Duncan. They need Demko to play most to make the playoffs. That's fine. Robert is saying the only way you're getting a second line center is to trade one of our young prospects and move out contracts. That's possible. Yeah, I see that as a very legitimate thing. Yeah, you're probably right. Depending on who they are targeting, like it depends on who they're going after. Make Myers second line center and the problem solved. So yeah, that's the other thing. So Sheila, I think the deal is going to be like Sheilov's Bluger and Joshua, and they're going to try to find someone, but I don't know who's going to bite on that. And it's like going to be a third line center on someone's team, like Lundell from Florida. They're not going to ever do that trade, but a guy like that who's buried behind two great centers, still productive, that'd be awesome. But how do you find a guy like him? They traded their first round pick for JT Miller. He was third centerman on Tampa Bay, and he turned out pretty good. Yeah, I think he's talking to me. Lankinen proved that he could start for certain times. Yep. There's 3 of us chatting. No, I think there's more than that. Just park Myers in front of the other team's net for an easy 25 goals. That's awesome. Hopefully Demko stays healthy. Richard, 100%. The Canucks will go status quo at center, at least for the first couple of months. After that, maybe some teams will see they have to make a move. Yep. I can see that happening totally. I think the plan is is definitely Hedl and Pedersen down the middle. So, yeah. I'm a Joshua fan. Yeah, I mean, he's had some really good moments for sure. Why I say back up until the playoffs. Okay. Demko signed too much money. He's injury prone. Canucks spending too much money on goalies. Which one is it? Seems pretty hypocritical statement. Yeah, that people are saying both. I don't know. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Yep. PK, Demko, and Lankinen. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Abby PK was really good though too. I think we'll be fine. I don't know if we'll be fine. White Owl. At least we didn't sign Bouchard to 10.5. Exactly. We would have if we'd have signed Hughes to that. I'm okay with it. Inventing going on here. Hans is the believer. I love it. Jeevan's in the building. If Garland is second line, then he's worth it. Okay. Jeevan says, I believe this strat won't work. Running it back is insanity, following the Leafs in the Leafs' footsteps. Okay. Well, we're going to find out. Canucks have more heart than Toronto? I don't know. Is that true? Applause, Lucas. Yeah, absolutely. Let's applause Lucas Gates. Awesome guy. RevTrev. Actually, he's a gold member, I think, on my channel. This team is good, but not good enough to win the cup. Sorry to say that. I agree. We're building. We're trying to be making the playoffs so we can try to get to be a contender soon. Yeah, that's a consensus. Calvin's here. I've seen someone say circling back or something like that. I was like, no one says that. They say running it back, more like it. It was, I was there during the live to say anything. Glad RevTrev got it right. Hey, I'm here. I aim to please, man. Gene says, Major, honestly, not much more heart, though, especially when your top paid player can't even show up prepared for summer trade. I know. Yeah. No, I got what you're saying. Hey, Trev, did you address it? Oh, I forgot to do that. I forgot to do that. My bad. I have to pray he gets his heart back. Okay. I made a comment on Marner's contract that Vegas seen Vancouver Canucks do business with Elias Pettersson. Said, I want that. Not him, but that. So went for Marner. Oh, my goodness. That's hilarious. I honestly think Petey won't have a bounce back. Always some excuse with him, Jeevan says. Oh, and we're in big trouble if he doesn't. Likely outcome. I hope you're wrong. Yep. I honestly don't know if Grugo can use the Jedi mind tricks to get EP40 back to form. Yeah, that would be great if he could. Is it possible that the law of averages kicks in and I get 100 and he gets 100 points? So yeah, maybe. There are some fans are part-time fans. It's true. Major, I agree. Hopefully he has a 100+ point season. The team will go as far as he takes us. I like that. 100 points would be nice, but if we don't win, them points don't matter. I'll say one thing about Petey. This will be the first year that he is the alpha number 1 center. He might rise to the occasion. We'll see. What if Bennett didn't injure any goalies? Steven, that's a good point. It's called a new coach. Okay. They took a long time to respond to post that, man. You're making fun of me. I'll check. Brian, good to see you. Did P.O. Joseph get a one-way or two-way contract? That's a good question. I'm going to look right now. It is a 1 year. 1 year. RFA. He's waivers eligible. So I think that means it's a two-way, I believe. Is that right? Let's see here. One year. I don't know the answer to that question. I can't find it. Someone else in the chat can find it. That'd be great. It's probably someone else already did. Okay. Even Don Taylor likes the moves. He even liked Evander Kane to trade to Canucks. He's always been on the rebuild bandwagon for sure. I can't believe what happened to Evander Kane. Hope this doesn't upset him. He's a Vancouver boy. It's a disgrace. Yeah, I don't know all the details to that. There's lots of rumors out there. It would be irony, Calvin, if Petey gets 120 points and the Heart miss the playoffs. Okay. Not trying to be negative, Trev, but I think this season, if EP40 doesn't bounce back and the team don't make the playoffs, I think the whole management will be packing their bags. I agree. Dancing or makeup, Trev? Dancing or makeup? I don't know what that means. I don't wear makeup, and I don't really dance much. That graphic, that was the Canuck graphic that you showed all the lines. No, yeah. So that's the one I made. Yeah. I don't mind it. It's not great. Our top 6 is brutal. Defense is set. Wish they had Miller. I agree. Yes, I agree. I'd love to see Hedel get 25 goals too. Fun fact, Buffalo GM wanted either Vilander or DPD and the first pick 10th and Joshua for Byram. No thanks. Great. See, everyone's making fun and criticizing our Canucks management, but think about that. Think about that right there. Would you do that trade? I wouldn't do that trade. He's pretty solid for Simon. Byron has not signed yet. Will Suter hurt the team? Possibly. Any idea why Minnie is suddenly getting cold feet on moving Rossi? Well, they want a certain quality player back, and they're not getting it from anyone. So they're like, we don't have to trade him, but it's weird. Disgruntled asset, right? Yeah, Suter is a PK specialist, can play all over the lines. Okay. We love the Hurt. We are the Canucks. That's right. Hedel averages 30 points a year. One time he even got over 45. Canucks will make the playoffs in 2026. That's what I said. Yeah, Blay signed with the Habs. That sucks. Watch the highlights of POJ, and he hit Marchand when he was in Boston, so he has that going for him. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for gifting someone a membership. That's awesome. Thank you for being supportive of this channel. Need more gritty scorers. Can't trade Joshua. Di Giuseppe, that's right. He's not on the Canucks anymore. Yeah, he's gone. Edmonton has gotten worse. Yeah, they got to bring up the farm guys, right? Japan 4. Gonna miss Suter. Dude scored goals when we needed. Yeah, I like him a lot. Yeah, Edmonton got worse. Team that I'm cool with. So team players I'm cool with that, so we can tank for McKenna. That'd be. I mean, I'm not opposed to that if we don't do well. Edmonton worse. Vegas the same. Marner plus Pietrangelo retired. LA is about the same too. I don't know. Bluger and Dak for a 3C, not worth it. I mean, Bluger is a third line center. Can't they just keep 3 goalies and rotate them? They can't, because the way She Loves' contract is, he has to clear waivers, so he's going to get picked up for nothing. So that's why they want to trade him. Not that they want to trade him. They're going to have to trade him because they're going to lose him for free. 240 people in here, everyone. That's crazy. Exactly. A 3C rises up to be a 1C and JT Miller. Bouchard is basically a first-line winger who's filling on D. Hedel should retire, or one more hit should do it. Like Demko, a sheet of glass skating around. I know. It's scary how fragile these guys are. Maybe Manny can work some magic in Abbey and crank out a second-line center. I mean, Ratu, maybe he just becomes that guy. Have faith in Manny. Hey, Trev, do you know what's up with the second A? I do not know. I agree with Dell. How can you go into a season with a piece of glass? Yeah. I mean, it's dangerous, right? It's not just a piece of glass. It's dangerous. Canucks have 5 goalies in the system, solid for years. Okay. Carmen says, send everyone everything or for Mason McTavish. Yeah. I don't know. I don't mind Mason McTavish. I don't know if I believe in him. Canucks don't compare the Leafs for core 4. The core 4 is 4 4s that make over 50% of the cap. No Canuck. I'd even close to that. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Oh, here we go. S, thank you for the donation, $5 donation. Sad when people resort to name calling when they have no clue about hockey, but I wish we had Miller back with the current defense. #contender. I agree. But you couldn't do that because Miller trade got us Mancini and also got us Marcus Pettersson. So I guess you could have took the 15th overall pick and traded it for Pettersson, but I just think that's bad business. I think it was bad business to use a first-round pick to get Marcus Pettersson, but that's just my personal opinion. A lot of people don't like that one. Yeah, S with the dono hype. Thank you. Hopefully Canucks keep Shelovs and use him when either Demko or Lankinen get injured. Passionate fans here. It's our therapy. Absolutely. Brian is in the building. I just hope Calgary doesn't tank and get McKenna. Any team but Calgary. I'm with you on that. Some of these players did not go into free agent frenzy, will be picked up at a much cheaper price, as they probably will cave or panic. One way, but has to clear waivers to be sat down. Okay. We're over an hour and 6 minutes, everyone. Best third liner in the league, better than Florida's Marchant, Lundell. That is the best third line in the league. It's probably a one-way. Yeah. Carol, good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're just calling it a night here. Yeah, Florida is deep. It's absolutely deep. They haven't made a decision yet on this. Okay, yes, as their matchups would be insane. No. Yeah, that third line killed everyone in the playoffs. Okay, let's call it a night. An hour and 7 minutes. That's not what I was planning on doing tonight, but you guys and girls are so awesome. Thought it was a good night. Yeah, there's no rush to win the cup this year, but let's try to make the playoffs. Let's keep building. Absolutely. Florida will win the Stanley Cup and call it a dynasty. Book it. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, everyone. Gotta run. It's way too late. It's 10:45 almost. And I got a big day of work tomorrow. So hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for being here. And the Canucks are doing the running it back strat. We'll see how it goes. And I think there's some trades and possibly a free agency signing possible. We'll see. Have a good night. Go Canucks, go. We're making the playoffs.
What?